Here we are at Snyder Brothers and their greenhouses where perhaps are grown some of the most famous orchids that are known in the country. Orchids, of course, are an extreme, delicate flower, and it does take a lot of patience to bring this to a size where it can be used commercially. Here we see Mr. Snyder with a few prize orchids. And again, a shipment being made ready of white orchids for Washington, D.C. Plainfield is certainly a very busy station. Over 100 trains enter and leave Plainfield daily, carrying their many thousands of passengers to and from their various activities. Arriving to get the 8:22 a.m. train, perhaps this is the busiest train of the day in Plainfield. In addition to trains, we have the Somerset Bus Company and the Public Service Transport, whom furnish excellent transportation in between the neighboring towns as well as Newark and New York City. Each year a committee is formed. School children offer their services. They're giving various containers and hats that are decorative to the occasion. And they find spots, people on the streets in Plainfield, and try to collect as much in the line of funds to put forth a bang-up 4th of July day. To make 4th of July a day that is just packed full of excitement. Takes a lot of time and patience and many hours of hard, arduous work. But in the end result, it certainly pays off. And here we see the beginning and the shaping of a facsimile of the Liberty Bell. Well, the big day has arrived. Here we see the officials of the parade, sworn in Ed Cole, the chairman of the 4th of July day, coming down to make final checks prior to starting off this grand all parades. Here Mayor Crane checking with the Army to get their proper position. Well, we're off. Yes, everybody loves a parade, and every community that is alive sponsors, extends invitations, offers prizes to make our national holiday, such as 4th of July, one that is outstanding. Here folks can come, see fancy marching, hear bands, see floats, and then generally live the day and the spirit that really this day calls for. here we see the reviewing stand with Mayor Crane, other city officials, along with officers from various camps in nearby communities. We certainly can say that this is an outstanding parade, and the year of 1952 will long be remembered because of this wonderful 4th of July celebration. Plainfield can also boast of having one of New Jersey's outstanding private clubs. This is a shot of the Plainfield Country Club, which is located on perhaps the highest point in the city of Plainfield. Here members can relax and enjoy a wonderful game of golf. In addition, there is a very fine swimming pool and up-to-date modern tennis courts. Plainfield Country Club, the main course consists of the 18 holes, but there's an adjoining 9 holes which has been open to the public since the beginning of the war. Uh-oh, a miss is as good as a mile. This was taken in Cedarbrook Park. There are 2 field hockey courts there, and every Sunday morning one passes by. This would be the scene that you would very likely witness. Teams come from neighboring towns and have some very fine, spirited games. This is an aerial shot of the Echo bowling alleys, located at Mountainside, New Jersey. It's the largest of its kind in the East. This is an activity sponsored by the Optimist Club in the city of Plainfield. Each year at Halloween, the merchants are canvassed. They donate the use of their windows. Schools close, and students gather at various spots throughout the shopping area in the city and put these various paintings on windows. Later, they're judged and prizes are awarded. The Plainfield Courier-News, a daily newspaper with 26,000 circulation, gives complete coverage of local, state, and national news. And here we see 2 Plainfielders perhaps reading the outstanding news item of the year of 1952. The Plainfields are fortunate in having developed, over the years, excellent public and private schools. These are expanding to meet the growing needs of the community and to provide education equal to the demands of our modern complex society. The training of our youth is our most important investment. It calls for well-designed buildings in pleasant surroundings with ample space for play and physical education. But good buildings alone do not make good school systems. The Plainfields add well-trained teachers, proper supervision, adequate instructional aids, and constant evaluation and change to keep with the times. The schools shown in many other elementary schools develop in children the basic skills and prepare for more specialized programs in the secondary schools. North Plainfield High School. Plainfield High School. Typical of the development of education in our democracy, there has grown up, side by side with public education, several private and parochial schools which are well known throughout the area. The public schools and these institutions together meet the educational needs of a school-age population of over 8,000 pupils in the Plainfields. Not so well known is the afternoon and evening use of school buildings and facilities. Boy and Girl Scouts, Recreation Commission, Parent-Teachers Associations, adult evening schools, Americanization classes for foreign-born, group and community meetings, and countless variations of entertainments all call for the use of school buildings. As school buildings have grown old and become unable to meet advancing standards of health, safety, and methods of instruction, these two communities are built to replace as well as to expand. A recent addition on the Plainfield side is Clinton School. Let us see what it's like for a mother to bring her child to Clinton for the first time.
You were my queen in calico. I was your bashful barefoot.
They meet the principal of the school and while registering are made to feel at home in the new surroundings. They go to the kindergarten where the door opens on new adventures. The child meets her new teacher as a new friend. Children learn by doing things. They learn through coordination of eyes and muscles. They learn by feeling different materials and working with them. They learn to play together and to share. The experiences of kindergarten provide foundation for beginning a more formal training in reading, writing, and arithmetic. Note the equipment and the facilities which the new teacher and the children use for learning activities. A modern classroom has more bulletin board than chalkboard, more light, more working surfaces, better ventilation in all seasons, and greater flexibility. While the school has a combination auditorium gymnasium, when the weather is fine, physical education takes place on the extensive playing field. Periods are divided between formal physical drills and organized games for both boys and girls. Here you see kick football. And here are some of Plainfield High School's future football greats, learning the foundations of the game. Plainfield High School has long enjoyed outstanding reputation for college preparatory work. Not so well known is the job it does in other fields. The school provides diversified training leading to careers in many branches of business and industry. Typical are the courses provided in its well-equipped shops. In its metal and machine shops, boys learn proper use of such machine tools as the ones you are seeing: the drill press, the grinder, shaper, milling machine, and the lathe. Popularity of the auto shop is partly because of the boy's ambition to own his own car someday. Homemaking is one of the most important careers. Here girls make it an art instead of a chore. And also learn the route to a man's cardiac organ is by way of his gastronomical satisfactions. You may not have thought of it, but students learn more about the world of science today in high school than their grandparents learned in college. Assisting in the learning process are our modern tools of instruction, the various audio and visual aids. Here you see in use some of the instructional aids. The first was a tape recorder, a film strip projector, the opaque projector, and the sound motion picture projectors. Notice that students have been trained to operate these machines with care and efficiency. It is one way they learn to handle responsibilities.
Go on, record everything.
Plainfield Public Library. Plainfield can be justly proud of its library, and here you will find books that will meet all requirements. Just a few short years ago, North Plainfield felt the need for a public library. By public subscription, this was added as another public service to the borough. Surely a picture of the Plainfields would not be complete without some scenes taken in the fall, showing the beautiful colors that exist at this time of the year. This is greatly appreciated, particularly by folks that come from the West or have visited in the West where it isn't apparent. And here in this spot so close to the Watchungs, we are doubly blessed with terrific scenes such are depicted here. Around Plainfield abound with all types of wildlife, such as this little deer here. Excellent hunting exists. And with fall, of course, comes football, rounding out the season in grand shape. There's nothing finer than to see a drum major, majorettes, and brilliantly colored uniformed bands playing march music to thrill the crowd, to get the game underway, set the spirit high. The kickoff. A fumble. Score 42, visitors 13. Again, we can look to Plainfield High, who's had an envious season. Gone through, up to date, undefeated. Boy, we just can't all pick the winners, can we? Washington Rock, commemorating the spot where George Washington camped and watched the movements of the British troops in New York Harbor. Little did General Washington realize that a day such as this would arrive when Greater New York would expand to the degree that it has, and below would nestle such marvelous communities as the Plainfields. It is a sincere hope of everyone that the Plainfields will continue to expand, that each year will see Plainfield a bigger and better community.